Hey everybody, so I'm just going to show you guys how the yard's looking after using the Stihl KombiSystem KM131R, which is sitting right here. It's pretty dirty, so please stick around, check out the video, and I'll see you guys there. Thank you for watching. Hey everybody. Alright, so I took all my safety gear off. My gloves, my respirator, my safety glasses, my earmuffs, and that is my doorbell camera because it sees me standing outside, so it's like, oh, I gotta record that. Anyways, alright. See, there it goes again. So I've put 3 tanks of gas in this so far. It's actually working out pretty well. What I do after I'm done using it is I will wash it down with water, get all the grass off of it so it lasts longer. I filled the head with 3 different spools. One spool that it came with when I bought it, which was the 095 or 0.95, and then previous video I showed that I bought some other Stihl stuff from Cal Ranch. I picked up 0.105 cable with their spiral cut in the line, so it creates notches or whatever. It's a type of twist cable. So I filled the twist cable twice. First time I cut the recommended amount that the book said, which is like 22 inches, which isn't really much. And then the second time I filled it, I just free wound it myself until it was, each side was full, because you got 2 chambers in this. One for this side, one for this side, separate line. I think I put, if I'd guesstimate, because I didn't measure it, I think I put about 3 or 4 feet on each side of the 105. Haven't had an issue. That was the second fill. I have not filled the line since. Wish there was an easier way to clean inside here, but there isn't. You know, it just is what it is. I also used some of the attachments from the previous video, and I'll show you guys. This one I need to go over again, but I walk in the backyard, and you guys, if you saw previous videos, you guys would remember how nasty this was. There's Harley and Bullseye. But this is the side area. And I got some holes to fill. This mound right here that I'm standing on needs to go back in that hole. You guys can see my fence is falling. You can see that right there. It might not be easy to see, but you might be able to see it on the camera. I used that attachment over there, which is the brush cutter, but I took the blade that the brush cutter came with off, and I put this blade on it, which looks like a sawtooth blade, and the blades physically alter like a sawtooth, so one's leaning to the right, one's leaning to the left. This one works really well. That's the 2.7 millimeter or 0.105 line I'm using. I noticed after a couple uses though, the trimmer head attachment, you have to use like a flathead screwdriver to pop the casing open, because the weeds and everything kind of gum it up and stop it from working properly. Let my old dog's bowls. My dog's chewed one of my extension cords. So, just buy another extension cord. That extension cord was 15, 16 years old. But, this is what everything looks like. They're not standing anymore. Actually looks like I have a yard again. I'm gonna end up having to move all these rocks. I'll throw them in like a hole or something that I fill or whatever. There's a couple ones still standing, like this guy right here I missed. But went back here. Tumbleweed. But this is what it looks like. As a just 5 or 6 use review, I quite like the KombiSystem. I am actually happy that I picked the KombiSystem up instead of the Milwaukee, because the KombiSystem has 15 attachments and they have another 15 attachments coming out from what I was told by Stihl. So they're gonna have a total of 30 attachments. The Milwaukee, I don't think they're gonna bring out another attachment for the Milwaukee system. I think the 4 attachments that Milwaukee has is all they're gonna bring out. So, I like the KombiSystem. It works very well. I don't have all the other attachments yet, but, you know, I will pick some up. I'm not really sure where the foam came from, but it probably came from over the fence or something. It's an old electric lawnmower that I haven't used in like 10 freaking years, and I just haven't cut it up for whatever reason. But yeah, it works well. I did this over the last 2 or 3 days because I gotta work, you know, but I get home about 1 o'clock from my service calls, and I would start on it until right before it got dark, which it's about to get dark. But yeah, I did a really good job. I didn't have to change the line a lot, so that's $21 spool of twisted 105 will last me a while. I did notice that the 105 cuts way better, and it does not break as much as a 0.95 line, but 105 line is thicker than 95 line, so it's kind of inevitable. If you're using 0.80 line or 0.75 line, of course it's gonna disappear quicker. Hey, Bullseye. Handsome. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. So, see if I show you guys here. I have the camera butted up against the wall. You see the ripple? So, from this pillar right here, which is the first segment, it's fine. From here, it waves out, and it's leaning quite a significant amount right here, and then it starts leaning even further when you hit this segment right here, and then it is leaning really bad on the third or the second segment down from here. So if you walk, this one's leaning significantly more. This one is leaning the worst right here. This point right here, it is leaning the worst. And then it starts to straighten out on that one, and then the last one, it's perfectly straight right here. This one is actually starting to lean a little, but you see the lean, guys? So it's not good. I've called my house insurance Spoke to them, see if they could. An inspector came out, inspected it, said it's leaning about at 70 degrees or so. It's supposed to be 90 degrees. So this section right here to about right there is leaning about 20 or so degrees off. I think if I remember correctly, he said 65 degrees right here. This meeting right here. And then right there was 70. And then right there was about 80. But yeah, it's not good. Well, hopefully the insurance will help me. And we can get it torn down and fixed and restabilized. It does not help that my dogs dig holes. Like this hole right here. This hole right here probably goes 4 feet into the other yard. It is what it is. I'm going to throw a lot of these boulders and fancy rocks in there. And maybe I could fill that hole and they'll stop scratching in that hole. But my review, it's a really great system. I like it. Works really well, especially for the cost. It's got a lot of torque. If you're not paying attention, it will twist in your hand. It's very easy to fill. I'm using 40:1 ratio gas. That's what MoPower recommended to me, that's who I bought it from, was MoPower. Equipment sales, rentals, and repair. They do repairs. I rented a couple weed eaters from them before. I rented a couple Echoes weed eaters. And I'm like, you know what? Sorry about that, guys. But I said, you know what? Their rentals are not expensive. It's like $30 for like 3 days. And if you do it on a Friday, it's like $25, $30, somewhere around there, instead of the normal $50. And you basically don't have to return it till Monday because you're getting the weekend for free. But $30 twice, 3 times, 30, 60, 90 bucks. It's almost $100. That's kind of a down payment on a weed eater. Their customer service was great. Jordan took care of me. He didn't have any, so he had to order the motor head, the combi motor. And the only thing I got to take home, if you guys see in previous videos or Instagram photos, is all I had was the trimmer attachment, because that's what he had on hand. And then he ordered me the brush cutter as well. I got the scrunch, 2 steel bars for you to lock the head so you can take the head off and put other accessories on it. I can actually put a brush cutter head on this one if I choose. It's the exact same shaft and head, it's just a different attachment on it. It's a great system. Hopefully, in the future they may come out with a 155 or 165 or something like that, beef up the motor a lot, and I'd definitely trade this one in to get a newer model whenever that happens. But it's a great system. If you guys want to see more about this system, when I get new attachments, if I decide to take the auto cut 25-2 off and put a different trimmer head on it, let me know. I was looking at the Echo's auto feed head, which you can put on these systems, but still has like, I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 different trimmer head styles. They have the ply cut, which has the little plastic blades. I took some photos, so the auto cut, this guy, rapid loader, speed feed 400. They have a speed feed 450. They have the Echomatic Pro for Echo. These are just some Rhino lines. but these style, the Rhino Tough brush cutter blade trimmer head, serrated metal blades, which it takes these kind of blades. You can put those on that. You could put this pivot trim hybrid Rhino Tough system on there if you want. Push in load, where it's got the little yellow serrated blades. You can put all kinds of trimmer attachments. I hear there's the photo where it's $12 at Home Depot for this, and Walmart had it for $8.88. But let me find the Stihl ones, because I took some photos so I can reference them when I go back. Yeah, see the two different blade styles on this system itself, this style or this style. Some pictures of belt buckles I was looking at from Cal Ranch, because I need a new belt buckle. Some belts that they had. Here's the Stihl line I was looking at. They have 2.7 millimeter. They have different colors. They have it in square, octagon, round with a twist, straight round, no twist, square. There's a square one. They have 856 inches or feet, something like that, for 47. They have 4.0 millimeter, which is 0.155. I was looking at their arborist equipment, their Stihl bottles, but here it is. They have the poly cut 7:3. They have the auto cut 11:2. They have the auto cut C25-2, which is what I have, but these are the refills, which comes with a certain amount of line. You could just spend 13 bucks, pop this out, put it in, or buy this one, pop the old one out, put it in the into your already your head, and you don't even have to do anything other than, you don't have to wind the line yourself, but I'd prefer to buy the line. This is the auto cut 5-2, 10-2, and 11-2. They have the auto cut C26-2. They have the Duro cut 20-2, the Fix cut 30-2. So they have a bunch of different styles. Mine is the auto cut 25-2, and they have a 26-2. They have different styles. They screw right onto this system, no problem, which is nice. I do have to admit, this string trimmer, it flings rocks. It flings everything. I was getting pegged by the little seeds, that little flowers. When the flowers die, they turn into what we call goat heads in Arizona, which are these nasty little, like, some of them have 3 spikes on them, some of them have 2, some of them have 5, some of them have, you know, it just depends on how it dries, how many spikes it has. But we call them goat heads because they stick to everything. They do not stick to my Dickie steel-toed boots. I think it's because the soles are too thick. But it flings everything. This trimmer line, this 105, actually cut through a piece of steel. I was paying attention, but I didn't realize how close I was to an old shed that's rusting out in the backyard. And you guys might have seen it earlier in the video, that shed, but it actually sliced right through a piece of the, you know, the old shed. And that shed is, you know, like any average $100, $200 shed like this one at Home Depot. You know, they're just these little, I think 24 gauge or something, these 24 gauge panels. I think they might be 24 gauge. They're not very thick. Oh, looks like I gotta clean that up. It shattered somehow. Oh, well, it's not like I was gonna put it back in the bathroom anyway. We gotta fix the carburetor on that. Gotta take the old one off, put the new one on. But that's just a look at the yard. I got weeds popping up again because of the fact that it's been raining for the last 6 days. It would rain like 10, 11 p.m. at night till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And most of those I was driving to a service call. But I also got gophers. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mounds. I need to move that gate because that's the gate that fell, and I need to weed eat over here a little more, but you know, another day. But all in all, it's a great unit. I'm using Stihl's HP Ultra oil. I mixed 6.4 fluid ounces of it in a 2-gallon gas can. It makes 40-to-1 ratio. If you want 1 gallon worth, it would be 3.2 ounces will do of oil will make a 40-to-1 ratio in a 1 gallon can. I can also do a video on ratios and how they work if that helps you guys. But I don't want the video to be too long. I appreciate your guys' time. Please like, comment, subscribe. Leave your comments down below. What do you guys want to see? I'm going to be experimenting with probably like 6 or 7 different brands, maybe more of 2-stroke oil. This is a 4-cylinder motor, 4-stroke motor, but it runs off 2-stroke oil and gas mix. It's quite loud, but when you have a 3M earmuffs, it knocks. The ones I bought, those red earmuffs are actually, I think, like 32 or 36 decimals is what they drop. So it's actually quite comfortable with earring protection on. I am very impressed. I will be doing probably a separate video on these Milwaukee glasses. Grass flings at them, rocks have hit them. They haven't shattered. I've cleaned them 4 or 5 times. I was using them as sunglasses yesterday, but I cleaned them off. No scratches, nothing. So I'm very impressed with Milwaukee's protective gear, especially the fact that those were $40. They're $39.99 because they're the polarized with the darker lenses. But we'll do a different video on that. Thank you guys so much for your time. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon for future updates. Go check out my Amazon affiliate links. If I can find some of this stuff on Amazon, I'll post it, post links to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate your time. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Yeah.